Everybody, this is Threshold Train's workout day for Friday, August 21st. So I hope you all have a great, fun week of workouts. Today's workout is going to cap it off nicely for the week. We are working on squat cleans up front and then doing more squat cleans at the end, combined with a little bit of running. So how today's squat cleans will be worked on is through a classic Henry every minute on the minute format. You're going to have a 2.5 minute interval in which you will do cluster sets of squat cleans. So we're essentially working on our technical consistency and being able to endure, if you will, through multiple reps of the squat clean. So each 2.5 minute interval, you're going to do 2 squat clean reps, rest 10 seconds, do 2 more squat clean reps, rest 10 seconds, do 2 more squat clean reps. So every 2.5 minutes, you'll essentially be doing 6 reps at a prescribed load, building as you go. You're trying to build to a challenging complex, okay? Nothing maximal. We're not trying to put a ton of weight on the bar. We shouldn't reach failure when we do the squat clean work, but it should challenge you towards the end. If you were at home, you're doing something slightly different. You're doing an every minute on the minute, alternating back and forth between a rear foot elevated split squat and then a weighted single leg heel raise. All right, so we'll demonstrate the movements. So squat clean is going to start with a barbell from the ground. You're going to bring it up to your waist, and then you're going to pull underneath the bar into a squat and stand up tall, and then reset to the next rep. So really, to be consistent between reps, we need to make sure that we get the bar and our body in the right position so we can be successful from rep to rep and from cluster to cluster. Okay? So when we are setting ourselves up, we need to make sure that our hips are lower than our shoulders, and as we pull the bar off the ground, we're pressing through our feet. Hips and shoulders rise at the same rate. Okay, you're going to wait as long as possible, pressing through the ground, trying to keep your heels down as much as you can until you launch. That way we don't come into the toes prematurely before we've actually launched the bar vertically. Okay? And secondly, we are pulling ourselves underneath the bar versus pulling the bar high. Okay, so that's what I want you to think about, is pulling yourself underneath the bar, making room for you to come underneath it as you squat. Okay? So again, hips and chest rise at the same rate, pull yourself underneath the bar, and slide those feet out to enter the squat position. Then when you go into your next rep, feel free to reset at the hips, or if you're going to go right into the next one and touch the floor, then make sure you get over the bar quickly. If you get too far behind the bar here as you slide down, right, then your hips and your chest won't be in the right position as you go into your next repetition. At home, we're going to do our rear foot elevated split squat. So we'll have a dumbbell in a front rack or a goblet position. One foot will be on a chair, bench, or stool. Okay, and we are going to go down and up explosively 4 times each leg. You'll notice that at the top, both my knees are bent. They don't need to be straight to finish the movement. They're going to stay bent, and that's okay. We're also looking for a constant lean of the chest over the foot. Okay, very similar to how we might lean over our feet as we squat. Okay. Then the second movement that we'll do is that weighted single leg heel raise. Okay, so we'll have the dumbbell by our side. We have one foot propped up on the same box, bench, or stool that you used. Slight bend in the rear knee here, and we're going to raise up that foot, or heel rather. Come back down slowly, keeping the knee bent the entire time. So as you raise your heel, we're not going to lock out our knee. We're going to keep it bent the entire way. We'll do 8 per leg. We're looking for a controlled motion, so we're not just bouncing up on our toe. We're coming all the way up, all the way into our toes, and slowly controlling the way down. Again, 8 times per leg. Okay, from here, our conditioning or sweaty portion of the day is a body work for time. It is a couplet of running and squat cleans. Okay, so we're looking for you to take this at a bit of a threshold pace, which means we're kind of floating around that 80 to 90% effort, where you're not going all out, but we're riding the line, at which beyond we might have to stop due to muscular fatigue or just high heart rate. Okay, so we're kind of floating at that red line a little bit. So we're starting off with an 800-meter run, then we're coming in and doing 12 alternating one-arm dumbbell squat cleans, 400-meter run, then 18 dumbbell alternating one-arm squat cleans, then a 200-meter run, and then finishing with 24 dumbbell one-arm alternating squat cleans. Okay, so as the run distance goes down, the squat clean reps go up. So dumbbell will start on the floor. I can start whichever arm I want. I'm going to bring the dumbbell to my hips, and I'm going to dive underneath it into my squat, and then can switch my dumbbell mid-air to the other hand, or wait until it touches the ground. As it comes to the ground, I'm going to lower my hips so that my shoulders stay tall, as if I'm showing somebody the logo on my chest here, and then I'm going to perform the same movement with the opposite arm. Okay, so we should already have, particularly in person, already grooved the squat clean mechanics through our cluster sets up front. It's just that with the dumbbell, we just need to make sure that we follow it down with our hips, and that we are launching first with our hips, then pulling ourselves underneath it with our arm, versus just doing a bicep curl into a squat. If you were at home and you did the at-home version, what I'd recommend is you practicing some alternating dumbbell squat cleans. First, just to get the quickness of the feet down and warm up your squat position. Okay? So that is the workout of the day for Friday. Have a great end of your week and enjoy the workout.